Testing. It looks like that's going through. I have sound. I think we're good. I'm gonna go back on mute. Testing, testing, testing again. I think you probably sound okay, but I'm gonna lower that. Hello, hello. Not muted. Should be good. Welcome, welcome, y'all. How is it going? Happy Wednesday. Also, happy first stream of Pride. I think this is my first one. Yeah. I haven't streamed since last month, technically. So, hello and welcome. Happy Pride Month also. Yeah. Sorry, it's loud in my ear, no matter what the music is. Hopefully it's not too loud for y'all. Let me know. Alright, so today, what are we doing? Welcome to my stream. Today we are working on PocketBudget again. I think this is probably the longest I've gone with working on the same project in a live stream series, so thanks for sticking around with that. We're going to continue working on the iOS app side. We're not going to worry about the other side, about the back end right now. I got decently far in the iOS side, so we're just gonna keep going on that. And that's what I've been hacking on, like, off stream, besides, like, work. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. So let's hop in. I am also keeping tabs on the Edmonton and Florida game for hockey, Oilers versus Panthers. Right now they're tied 3-3 and they are about to go into overtime. So I am keeping track on that kind of. So forgive me if that gets distracting. Cool. Let's hop into code though. So again, also feel free to distract me at any point. I love chatting and such, as y'all probably figured out. All right. So, oh no, I made it all disappear for me. All right, so we have options here, always open. What was that? Hold on, let's just Chrome. What's new? Okay, I don't need that. Oh, what's that? That might be needed. Probably not, actually, right now. All right, those are useful. Cool, so let's do a quick rundown of what's kind of happened since the last time we chatted. Let me go to my GitHub for this. What is this called? This is called PocketBudget. All right, so just gonna run through the commits real quick, just to make sure I see. So May 28th, I think was last week-ish. All right, yeah, so we had redeem support. Thanks, Michaela, again for that. So if you ever watch on Twitch, you can, once you get enough lines of code from watching me, you can pop in, drop it, say, hey, and get your name in whatever project I'm currently working on, as long as I can add it in. So like if I'm ever doing like I don't know, like a work with me, I can't obviously add it in if I'm doing like client work or something at that point. But for stuff that's personal projects, that's totally fine. Did some button styles, some onboarding views, and some paywall views. So I can run through those real quick, just so that we can all see what they look like. Why not? Canvas. And kind of works from here. So I also did the tab view that holds everything together. What's wrong? Return initializer without all stored properties. Oh, yeah, let's redo this in it real quick. So if you're brand new to PocketBudget, it is my budgeting app that I'm building. I'm building like a envelope budgeting app, or a envelope budgeting app where every dollar you should have should be budgeted to the specific pocket. I'm calling it a pocket and not an envelope. But yeah, so I got this is dashboard. Where's the app? Oops. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. That's what's going on. Why, again, are we failing to build schemes? I don't understand. They literally just built. Starting off strong. Very, very strong today. It's because I added in Revenue Cat UI, and I definitely don't need that anymore. I don't think I need that. Is it gonna build? All right, y'all. It quit unexpectedly. Why? Oh, Okay. Because of this. Hold on. So let's add environment here. I didn't pass in the environments. That's why. Budget service dot environment. Oh, I don't like how I had to do this in dashboard view. I had to have like a whole preview, which was kind of lame. Hashtag end if. Right. Let's go ahead and just copy this. Take it into app view. And we'll do. Alright. Preview, app view. Let's just make this work. Oh, just app view, please. Excuse me. So the reason why I had to do this, and this is because I couldn't get two previewable states to work correctly. Which was weird. I don't know exactly what was going on, but it was being weird. So I just put it into a preview app view, and that should be enough. So this preview app view is just a struct that's only used to combine like these state values, so I can actually show these after I add like a budget or something in here. Like, so this makes a mock budget to simulate the like if a user were to create a budget. Basically, it just creates a brand new budget named from new budget. Nothing else there besides that. Yeah, so we have this dashboard that I'm working on. So you have system. So these are the different pocket groups that a user can have. There's also settings. I spent quite a bit on settings that I don't need right now. This isn't even turned on except to do this, which I think is pretty cool. Like we go, once you subscribe, which cool. It's gonna, I don't actually know why I did that. Oh, there's a fatal. I didn't actually implement that. That's why it crashed. It helps if I implement things. I like, whenever I'm working on implementing things, in order for me to make sure that I finish what I'm doing, I like to put in fatal errors in the code. So like if we go to settings view, we can see that there is a lot of like fatal errors. And when it fatal errors out, then I get to know exactly why I get the message as to what's happening. So yeah, that's what I do. Right, wrong, I don't know, but it helps me. So whenever it's time to like test the app, if I hit any fatal errors, like I know what's going on. Anyway, so you can hit subscribe. It should show the paywall. It doesn't currently. I'm gonna allow users to turn on and off analytics because I think that's good. That's just good practice, whether or not. Export data probably shouldn't be with the same analytics, but in theory, pro users, at least right now, pro users get to export their data as like CSVs or whatever. Yeah. And then I also did a paywall view, which isn't necessarily the best, but we're gonna go with it for right now. It did take a bit of time to get correct because I just wanted it to look special, to look good. The only thing I mean, it does say what you get here on today. You start your 2-month free trial. I might change that from 2 month to 1 month. I don't know. That's still going back and forth in my mind. You can enable notifications. Again, another fatal error. I really should just implement these. You can enable notifications if you want to get your 3 days before the trial ends. If not, I think if the user doesn't enable notifications, I'll probably end up adding a way for them to do it anyway, for them to get a notification. So whether that's through, and that's probably going to be in the app itself, like a notification banner inside the app. Somehow the user will get notified that this happens. And then 2 months later, the user's going to get the yearly subscription charged. And they show all plans. I actually like this a little bit better. I need to fix the sheet though, so you can actually see the top of the sheet. It explains the 2 different plans, what you actually get. Oh, that's wrong. See how it's like truncating here? Let's fix that real quick. Where'd it go? Where's the sheet? Show all plans sheet. All plans sheet. true text, what is that? Fixed size. False true, maybe? I think that's true. I think that's right. So let's go back. Try it out real quick. Yeah, there we go. So now it's all on one line. I'm not a biggest fan of using the emojis here as much as I thought I would. I kind of like it, but I think I might switch back to the SF symbols. We'll see what happens there. Yeah, and then we can check between yearly, monthly. I'm still not sold that these are the right prices. I still might go higher on this, but I think for right now, starting at $29.99 makes the most sense. Actually, I think $30 a year for budgeting. For a budgeting app that currently is only going, like, if I were to launch this, it would only store it, like, locally. I think this makes sense for right now. Once we get into more, it'll make more sense. All right, so what I'm working on, though, let me hit save to do. Don't select all, hold on. Unstage changes, where are they? App router, app view. Let's stage those. We're gonna call those a chore setup preview to work with service commit. Did it commit everything? That's not what I wanted. That was annoying. Okay, well, it didn't actually commit the things I wanted to commit, did it? I think it committed like everything, which was meh. I did everything that I didn't want it to do. Awesome. Yeah, that was literally everything that I said I unchecked. There's probably a way. I don't care enough though. It's fine. Fix truncation issue on bullet points. Commit. Feature, fix. What is this? Service now works in previews. All right. That's probably good enough. And now what we're doing today is we are working on this dashboard view. Ugh. Tests are not fun. Nutterfi, hello, hello. I appreciate the lurk. Have a great, good luck with that. Tests are definitely not fun. I've been there myself. They are not great, especially if they're intermittent. But appreciate the lurk. Good luck on your tests. All right. Yeah, so we're working on this dashboard view. So we have the Pocket groups. I was watching Sean Allen today. Not today, well, recently, this week at least. And what I noticed, and he did a new video. All goes well with budgeting. I appreciate it. I hope it does too. Thank you, thank you. And he did a video today over the, or this week, I guess I should say, over the different system fonts and how you can customize those more to work with your app. So like if we check out current month up there, I can, where to go? Navigation stack, toolbar, there it is. So we could do like dot font, let's just call it a title, dot font, design, dot rounded, and it's gonna look a little bit different. Maybe not that, you can't tell that much, but let's do font weight, dot black, and then you can start to tell that it's definitely rounded and not necessarily like standard. So like your normal SF Pro. So that's normal, standard, rounded, come in and play. There we go. Like that kind of deal. So I actually was like, cool, how can I play around with that? And so I thought that the condense looked decent here. We'll find out. We'll see how it goes. My design is always a hodgepodge, but it definitely gives it like a little bit of flair with that. I wonder if you can do like, hold on. I'm curious if you could do something like this to the system image. Is it gonna affect the system image? No. But what if we, instead of a button, what if we did a button label? Label, fatal error, implement, go to next month, image, system name, arrow.right, right? Let's make that go away. So let's see if we can actually like use it this way. .font, .large title. Probably not. It's probably like the font itself. Oh, there we go. We got larger. .font weight, .black. Cool. Let's try .font design, rounded. Is that going to change things? No, that's about the same. Serif. Same thing. Let's try this. Condensed, maybe? I'm just curious if these will do anything. Oh, font has no, oh yeah, that's not condensed. It's .font width. My bad. Let's do the same thing up here, because I'm having a hard time noticing the difference. Go to previous month. All right, so these are looking the same. So I'm guessing that it's not going to do anything, to be honest, which like is totally fine. Like these are SF symbols. They're not actually like, they're not anything other than that. So I was just curious though, because some of like the font weight, the font design, like that kind of stuff like worked next to it. So I was just wondering like what happened if I put this together. Nothing happens. That's fine. Cool. Let's just discard then. Anyway, so I was playing with that with my titles and such, just to see if there's anything that like could be a little bit more fun. Give it a little bit more like personality, basically. All right, so we have these pocket groups. In this view model, I create this dashboard pocket group, which is honestly just an array of these models here, of like, which is a what would be called like a DTO, a domain transfer object, into the like SwiftData model, which has a lot of info that I slightly need for the view, but also I don't need for the view at all. Like I don't really need to show created at, order updated at, but I do need to know the order index. I need to know the name, details, stuff like that. But on top of that, if you notice, you don't see any like relationships in this object, so I need to get those into the pocket group here, so I can get like the pockets themselves and the pocket info. So I have this idea of using this observable class. So we're gonna have these classes are going to be, it's breaking my mind a little bit to be able to put an observable into an observable, but we're gonna try it and see what happens. And we're going to turn these pocket groups into this pocket group view data and get these pockets at the same time. So we have these pocket groups here, load pocket groups, right? We need to then also so these just load the default pocket groups, but they don't load the actual like data, group view data. I wonder if I should just have an initializer that takes in this pocket group to this pocket group view data. Like a separate init, like a init from pocket group, right? Because this pocket group equals dot ID of, yeah, that should be all I need. And then self dot name equals group dot name, self dot pockets equals pockets. Oops, equals an empty array, right? Because this pocket group doesn't have any pockets on it. So I need to be able to get those pocket groups. I need to be able to get those pocket view data, which is still different than the actual pockets because it's going to have a lot more information. Again, a lot of view specific information on it. Which is also itself observe. I think we're doing too many observables here. I don't know yet. Anyway, so we have these. Oh yeah, my bad. Sorry, Weston. Hello, welcome in. Yeah, I usually zoom in. Thanks for the reminder there. Should be better. Appreciate the reminder a lot, actually, because I usually do zoom in, and I just didn't do that. Sweet. Awesome. Yeah, I definitely don't mind ever zooming in, but like I said, just forgot there. Sweet. All right, so here we are. Yeah, so we have these self.pockets. I think we wanted to do a function here called get pocket view data. Get all pocket view data, and we'll async. Do we want to do that asynchronously? Yes, I do. Okay. Oh, and we also need the budget ID. So let's do budget ID here. View ID. Self.budget ID equals budget ID. Cool. So the only downside with this pocket group view data the way that this is what is the downside? Oh, I need to pass in the service here, I guess, to be able to grab the pocket view data, which seems weird. I shouldn't need to grab in the service, pass in the service into here. Because this is just like a model that has the views information. I guess that would technically be a view model, right? Like a view data, view model. Yeah, it would be. Let's rename it. I love renaming everything and figuring things out. Pocket group view model. All right, so then I guess then it's okay to have the service. Set up view model. I personally like doing these like budget, like the view models with like the nils in here. Observation ignored. Purely because it makes it easier to mock out. So whenever I want to, if I just want to like create like my previews, I can very easily mock it out whether I need the service or not, basically. Let's add services as needed. Add services and controls and fetches initial data. And let's make this async as well. And we'll actually do the throwing from here. Throws here. So so when we set up, we want to pass in the service. Budget service equals budget service. Great. And then we'll also call in a do catch, try await, get all pocket view data, get away. Analytics dot error, track error. We'll pass in the error view, and then we'll do properties. Error level. I'd say this is probably a critical error if this fails. And we also need a error message. No, we don't need to pass in an error message. That'll be fine. But we do need to pass in file name. Know where these happened. What happened. Great. All right, so we have the error level coming in, the file name, if there is one. Great, awesome. Analytics, we'll log that also to my console log, to my console, which is awesome. All right, and we get the, perfect. Okay, so now back to like where I wanted this to work, how I wanted this to work, how I wanted the data to pass. So we have the we have these load pocket groups, which is just a standard pocket group. Nothing else besides like the data. There's no relationship data in there whatsoever. So I think because we have this init here, what I can do is in the pocket group section, we'll actually make this a state var view model. This was wrong as to what I wanted. We'll have to figure out a different one soon. View model. Budget ID. I have a budget mock. .id name. Oh, and then this will be the I have a pocket group mock. Great. Mock.name. We'll just keep it blank right now. And that should give me a view. Fingers crossed, it should. Sweet. So this is hello world. This is view model dot name. Pocket. Group. Great. So we just know it works basically at this point. Let's go back to the dashboard view. So we're going to basically take this section here, and that's going to go into here. View model.name. Great. And this is going to take in pocket group section with a view model from pocket group. Whoops. Pocket group. There we go. What's wrong? What is it? Do I not? I have my environment. It's upset about something. I'll see what it's upset about. Nope, there we go. All right, I guess it was just upset about the environment. Which, All right, I guess I'm always upset when I'm missing my environment also. Let's just grab this into a scroll view so I can see what I'm doing. Why did PocketBudget quit unexpectedly? That should... Oh. Ah. Yes. I really don't think this is necessary. It's fine. Should be enough to make do. Great. It is. As we can see, they are there. So this budget service is made to work from either a SwiftUI, a SwiftData configuration, or from a in-memory configuration, or from a actor, like a repository configuration. So if I go check it out real quick, we'll see there's the init for the different repositories, and then also based on the container that's passed in. Most of the time for my previews, I'm actually going to be using this the repository init, so I can pass in my in-memory repositories, not have to deal with SwiftData. But in this case, I'm not even going to deal with SwiftData. I guess it will override my pockets. I don't know. But whenever I pass them in, so we'll just have to deal with that. But for right now, this is perfectly fine. So now we need to call this setup on the view model, right? That's made. I think this will be fine to do here. Task. Budget service. Sorry. Task. Oh, wait. Dot setup. Budget service. All right. It's going to yell at me though, so we're going to close that pretty quickly. The reason it's going to yell at me is because I put in this like fatal error here, right? So there's probably don't want to actually do that. I think I have a PocketBudget error dot not implemented error that I can just put in here, and that's fine. This is the wrong one, but it's okay because we see it, which is great. That's exactly what I wanted. So this all still works. It's showing me the info as I needed, so that's awesome. Next, what we're gonna do, we need to get the different pockets from the repository. So I guess I made a mistake. I need to apparently just copy this. I really should figure out how to get this to work properly without a preview dashboard. All right, so let's do preview pocket group. We have this budget service. Let's do pocket group section, view model. Just copy this actually. Dot environment takes in that budget service, is loaded, will turn into true, and instead of preview dashboard, we want preview pocket group. Right, yep. And then we can let's give it a name. I don't think it actually needs a name because we are actually going to just erase the other preview, so it doesn't matter. Perfect. All right, so we have those tests in. So now we need to be able to get the views here. Let's actually commit this. To it's really silly for me to be like, we have to have, but I don't want it. Let's do chore, remove. Oh. Oh. Let's push those up. All right. That's still, I wonder if that's actually being added with Swift format. Hold on. I want to see who is doing how the game is going. I'm also watching the Edmonton. I'm keeping tabs on the like hockey game currently. It's first round of the actual finals, and they are still tied with 3 minutes left in overtime. All right. What is? I need to get the pocket in the pocket group view model. I need to get all the pocket view data for this specific pocket. So how the pockets, how it currently works is that preview diagram. There's a lot of smaller entities so that SwiftData would represent these correctly. Whoa. Go away, chat. Well, not you, chat, the chat in cursor. All right, so let's zoom these out. So we have a budget. The budget has different pocket types, which is what I'm calling pocket groups. Then there's pocket definitions, pocket instance. And this pocket definition belongs to the budget, but which is going to hold like all the metadata in the like category basically in the pocket. And then we have a budget period entity, which contains the pocket instance entity, which is going to be like, what have you assigned, like the actual amount assigned to and from there. So I still think I'm actually missing the current budget period, but can I get that from the budget service? Yes, I have the active period here. Okay. So we can use the active period to get the current budget pockets, I think. I am pocket definition. So first off, we need to fetch the pocket definition. We need to get the pocket definitions. So let's map this out first, like logic-wise. Get pocket definitions. To get active budget period .id. This will allow us to get the pocket instance with the for the pocket definitions. Definitions, cool. And then 3, get the pocket instance for each pocket definition. Create a pocket view data based on that data. All right, I think that makes sense, right? So we have the pocket definitions. Yeah. To me, that makes sense based on what I know. Except we don't want this to be pocket view data. I lied here. I have a model already. Where'd it go? I guess I put it under design, which these are getting a little weird. So I have this model already called pocket card data that holds all of the pocket card, all of the data that needs to be on the pocket card specifically. So that's what we actually need instead of the pocket view data. So let's pocket card data. I don't think we actually need Pocket View data. We might go back into making that a class so that I can do the observable stuff in it, but I think it makes more sense to leave it as a struct right now. We'll see what happens. All right, so first we need to get all the pocket definitions. So let pocket definitions equals try await budget service dot. I don't have this. Okay, so this is going to get a pocket repository. I don't want to use the pocket repository directly. I actually probably want this to just be one function on the budget service, I imagine. And that way I can just call the one function on the budget service. So here's the pockets. That's going to be more default creation. Where do we have? Pocket groups. Func fetch. Pocket definitions. For group ID. So you want to use the group ID. And I think that's it. Because everything else will come from I don't like having the service be what gets all of this. I feel like the service should just be returning a mass, like a larger struct that contains like all of them. And this is where I have a struggle with like everything being so separated out, but we'll keep it this way and keep it kind of like this. Because like all I'm gonna do here is guardlet budget equals budget, else throw budget, guardlet active period equal, let's make this shorter. Oh, we also need to make this async throws. No active period set, right? All right, so now we can do pocket repository dot fetch. See, this is gonna grab all of the pocket definitions, but I only need the pocket definitions for the pocket group. So let's go. I see this is where I like don't have everything that I need because I was like, I'm tired. I just want to make UI. So let's do pocket repository type. Fetches all pockets for a given pocket definition for a given budget. Fetches all pocket definitions for a given group in a given budget. Do I need the given group in a different budget? Yeah. I don't know yet. Edmonton won, y'all. Congrats. I am happy. That is great. We are rooting for Edmonton over here. So at least something came good from this night. Another thing came good from this night. I actually wonder, well, except pocket definition, does it hold on to It just has the budget ID. It doesn't actually have... Oh, it has the pocket type ID. Oh, can we rename that? That's confusing. All right, so it has the pocket group ID. I imagine that I could probably get by without having this function, actually. Sorry, not that one. This one. Right? Yeah, I mean, I imagine that most budgets aren't going to have like a million pocket groups. So a pocket definition, well, they could. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll just do group ID for group ID and budget ID. I don't know how exactly I'm going to implement that yet. But I guess we need to. But let's, so we need to... equals budget pocket repository dot fetch for group ID budget.id. Oops. Try. Oh wait. What is this? Where are we? We're in budgets. Logger dot budget service dot debug found. All right, so great. It's going to say, it's great. We're going to have the group here like that. So now I need to actually go implement these. Let's go into memory. All right, I actually need to stand up real quick. I think I'm inside an ad on Twitch. So this would actually be a really good time for me to stand up. So I'm gonna be back in like a couple minutes while the ad's playing on Twitch. Feel free to hang out, chat, and then we're gonna come back and implement these, like this actual like fetch, the function I just added. Gotta implement this so that it works everywhere. All right, I'll be back. All right, where are we? Great. All right, here we go. Let's go back. I got my sand goal. All of them. The only thing I'm Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. Sorry about that. This program is great because when I flip screen scenes, it tells me it does mute my mic, which is awesome. So like when I go to the be right back screen, it will turn off my mic, or it should turn off my mic, and when I come back, it should keep it on. It should come back on, but I probably accidentally triggered it when I switched over scenes before it actually triggered the like switch of the scene. But thanks, Matt. I appreciate it. All right. So instead of fetching just the pocket definitions, let's do the data. Oh, awesome. I am sure it was. Great. I thought I had muted it. I need to be better about that then. Sweet. All right, so we don't need we do need the active period then. So this is the definition. So we'll just return pocket data. Or data. Trying to empty array. Let's go implement this part first though, because that is not implemented on my other repositories. Pocket transaction repositories. I don't know why these aren't in my protocols folder, but they should be. And that was under Pocket. Cool. So we just need Pocket definitions, dot values, dot sort, filter, bling 0 dot budget ID equals budget ID and oh, can we not? Oh, it has no value of group ID. Yeah, it's what, pocket group ID? Great. And then sort by the sort index. Okay, so this is just the in-memory repository, which is fine. But then we also want to do the actor repository data. Pocket. So here is the pocket groups, delete, fetch, pocket definitions. Func fetch for in. Let descriptor equals fetch. I hope I can do these this way. I'm guessing I can do it somewhat the same way. Predicate. Entity.budget ID equals that, and has pocket type. Sweet. And we want to sort by the same. Let definition def entities equals that. We're gonna fetch by the descriptor and map. Oh. That looks right. I actually have to write tests to verify that is right at some point, but we'll just go with it for now. All right, and go away. So now that should fetch the pocket definitions in the specific group. This is going to tell us if we did. The only thing I don't like about the logger is that it doesn't work in previews, so we will also print it. All right, so now we have the active period. So we have the pocket definitions here in this group. We now have the active period, which means we need to go through each pocket definition in the group, get the pocket instance, because that's going to be what the actual information is. So we fetch the pocket instance. I feel like this is wrong. Oh, this fetches all the pocket instances. We need a specific one to fetch a specific pocket instance. Because I don't want to fetch all the pocket instances ever in the world. I really just want to fetch one at a time. Where is my type? So let's call this, so this fetches, that updates, get, okay, so let's do a func get pocket instance for active period, for period ID. And of the definition. Async throws. Should it return nil if one is not found? No, it should return, it should throw. It gets a specific pocket instance for the period and definition. Great, let's go back and implement this. Okay, so this is the actor. So we need to create a new descriptor. Basically the same thing here, but we'll do this. All right, so instead of a pocket definition, we need a pocket instance entity, where the entity dot definition dot domain ID equals definition ID and entity dot period dot domain ID equals definition ID equals period ID. And then we can say let found instances equals that. Guard let else. We don't need a fatal error. We just need to throw not found. Does it take in a type? Probably not. No, that's fine. And then we can return instance. Oh, it has to return a pocket instance. Duh. Pocket instance from. Sorry, I should have instance dot to domain. Try. There we go. So this to domain function just takes the pocket instance and returns it pocket instance entity into that like DTO object, that DTO I was talking about, where it's the pocket instance. I don't know. Yeah, because it has to have the definition and such. So it's going to then transfer that over into there. So now we can also say so now we can say here, now that those exist, or I need to go and implement it on the memory one, actually. Wasn't quite done. What? I have one in here. Bling 0 dot period ID. Yeah. Dot first dot. Oh, hold on. So what? Let instances equal. Is that right? Oh, do I need to just do a dot sorted afterwards to get it? Bling 0 dot period ID as it really doesn't matter. As no definition of definition ID. Oh, that makes sense. It's pocket definition ID. Okay, so I'm following. Is that not? I think that's right. So I do the filter. Return instances dot first. Else throw not found, and then we can do first instance. Okay, I guess that was right. I just didn't push it all the way through. Cool. Alright. So now we can do we'll do var return value equals that, and then we're gonna return the return value. The reason why we are doing equals pocket card data array here is because all of these are async throws, so we need to be able to do that inside a for loop. If I were to do compact map or map, they don't support async await inside natively. I don't believe they do, at least, or at least they didn't the last time I tried, so we're gonna do it this way. We're just gonna do a normal for loop that iterates over the definitions in the group. For definition and definitions in group, let instance equals try await pocket repository dot get pocket instance for period ID, which is gonna be active period dot ID of definition dot ID. And then we can create a pocket card data. It really doesn't matter what these are. Well, I guess this ID, this pocket card data should actually go to the instance ID. Because I feel like from the instance ID, I could probably get everything else I need if absolutely necessary. Sure. Title. So this would be the definition dot name. amount spent. This would come from the instance dot amount spent, instance dot allocated amount, and this is the definition dot currency. I think that's what I need. I hope. Oh, and then we need to assign that to the return value. So return value dot append pocket card data. And then that should return that. But let's also found instance. I guess I'll know. I'll find the instance. It's fine. All right, so I think that's all I needed. So now inside the Pocket Group model, view model, instead of doing this, actually this is all taken care of. And we can just do try await service budget service dot what is it? Get and it's probably the group ID. Yeah. Cool. That makes sense. Is unused. So then we would need to make this into here. Yeah, the pocket. So this should actually add main actor. So self dot, what is it? Car pockets. Oh, right. Or we can just do an empty right? No, we should do this right. Guard, let, budget service. Pocket budget error dot. I thought I had one inside a group. A view model dashboard. View model. There we go. Oh, I just called it view model error service not set. Perfect. Oh, because I wasn't throwing from there. But that's fine. Throw view model error dot service not set. Then we can do that. And it's going to track the error here anyway. So great. Okay. So that should be what I need. So then if we go into Pocket Group section, calling setup, here should do all of this. And I should be able to say for each view model dot pockets pocket in, we could do a pocket card. Pocket. In theory, if this all worked, we should see some pockets. Well, maybe not in the preview, this preview, but in theory, we should see it in a preview if I go set this up right. I want to make sure it builds, works, and we'll see a... It says build failed up there, but did it really fail the build? It didn't. Great, so we just have empty things here. Like there's just no pockets because I don't have pockets in the mock. So that makes sense. So cool. If we go to dashboard view, this is where things can get fun because there should be pockets made initially. Great. This is exactly what I was expecting, actually. We have amount to assign, waiting for pockets. So these system pockets won't actually ever be seen in this view like this, but check it out. There are things here. This is awesome. So we have the housing, food. We have all of these different pockets here that we can track. Sweet, sweet, sweet. I like when things like look like they work as expected. So the real test will be if I can run this now. So we have app view, it has environment. Where is content view? No, this one. All right, so let's set up our state here. Oh no, we have it in the onboarding container here for this container, shared model container. Sure. I think this should be fine to do, I say. Let's run it. Let's see what happens. I think that should be fine because it's using the same shared model container, so the data should be pulled from the same. Basically, at the end of onboarding, you're made to create a budget. It's made to create a budget anyway, so there should be a budget that opens here. And we should see basically the same thing we saw in the dashboard in the preview. Ooh. Okay, so it did not set a budget. That makes sense. So basically, if there is a budget, so yeah, we got some errors. It's okay. So no revenue cat key set. Well, that's weird because I have one. Oh, JK, I don't. Yeah, that's weird because I have one. I do not. Anyway, that doesn't matter right now. That's not what we're trying to do. Test environment's false. Should see onboarding is also false. Great. Error ID. No budget set. So we need to actually set the budget. When the user signs on when the user launches, we need to set a budget here. Actually, maybe not here. I guess this is why we should have a state variable. But if I have a state variable there, I can't actually use this shared model container. I guess I could use this dot shared. If I use this dot shared, it should be the same, right? If I use, whether or not I use it through here. I'm just trying to think. We need to actually have something like here. Basically, the issue is we need to load the last used budget as the active budget and set the active period to today's month. Which that might have been made last month actually, so let's avoid that for right now. My deal of I have so many to-dos in this app right now. I forgot how to pull them up, but I have them and I will have to deal with them. It's okay because it's a brand new app and there's tons of things to do. All right, so we'll go through onboarding. Cool. Great. Give it a name. Start budgeting. User has not set. Yeah, but there should have been a budget Oh, because it's making a whole new budget service. Duh. Okay, I see. I understand the issue. These are two different budget services. Okay. Let's try this again. Let's delete the app because I am a little bit lazy. We do need to do this. I was avoiding this, but it's fine. So that's just going to use that initially. This will create the same thing. I don't know if I actually need that then. I don't think I do. And then this will be the budget service. And this will be the budget service. Oh. I guess I did. Data manager. I don't think I need a model container. Because this should set up the model container. I don't think I actually need this to keep track, like the views to keep track of the model container with how I have it set up currently. Since I'm not using the views to pull Swift data, I think it should be fine. I say I think very, very heavily there. Ha! Alright, well that all worked as I expected it to. I guess I can stop printing those. Where try wait print repository fetch. Yeah, that was whenever I was like, hey, is my previews working, or are my previews working? Are they not? But look at that. We have them. We have them here to do things with now. And like I said, the system isn't going to show here, so I should probably get that out of my view model. Let's do dashboard view, view model. Okay, so I need to var system group. All right, so this system group is a tricky one. Because what ends up happening with the system group is that it is a, like, it's not going to be in play until all the groups have loaded anyway. But this is like this is a group that's going to be like what you have to assign and what is waiting to be assigned. So like what transactions are waiting to be assigned. They need to be assigned to something, to some type of pocket. So fetched groups. Self dot where is it? System group equals fetched groups init. Oh, that's not right. Bling 0.name. I don't remember what I called the system group. Where is it? It's in the Pocket service, budget service. Unless there are no groups, it's just called system. Makes sense. I should probably make this like a constant somewhere, but we're just gonna keep it a system for right now. Is there like a first remove so I can like remove this? No, that just removes the first. Oh, I can do first index. System group index. Right? So then I can do self dot. Is it always going to give me an index? Okay, so. Why? Logger dot log category dot dashboard dot error no system group set. That's definitely not good. Analytics dot log. I have to make an error for that, but that's fine. We'll figure it out. We'll just I feel like that can just be a pocket budget error, like a generic pocket budget error. No system group. Error level. Fatal. Great. And yeah, I feel like if there's no system group, we should fatal error. All right, so we have that system group index. So then we want to do fetched groups, self dot system group equals dot remove. Var probably is what's needed. So then that's going to remove and return the element at the specific position, which should then give me the pocket groups for everything except for that system group, right? I think that's right. Yes, there we go. We do not have the system group here, and it just goes straight to housing. I'm assuming that we would have that group, right? So like if I do pocket group section, let's just do this just to make sure. If let pocket system group. Great, it does have the system group. It does exist, so that's awesome. So let's just go ahead and commit what I have now. Let's see what cursor says. Refactor, pocket handling, introduce new. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. All right. We need to still show the system info, at least the ready to ready to assign number, which I wonder. So like, where did these go? Here's what I have for my wireframe. Looks great, right? We have the ready to assign number, but I wonder if this really needs to always be shown like that. Sorry, I just need to check something real quick. I'm basing this a lot off of You Need a Budget, which I use, and I'm looking at it, and they don't. They only show it when there's actually information to do. So I guess we still need to actually design it out necessarily, which I don't think it really needs like a card. I think there's 2 boxes here that need to happen. So here we need the transaction waiting to be assigned, which you won't really normally have. So this is actually probably a future feature whenever you get like imported transactions. Yeah. So once we import, so right now I don't have the ability to import transactions like connect a bank account to here. So I don't think that's actually important yet. I think we can just go with the ready to assign. So instead of HStack, let's go VStack. If let system group equals system group, because we only need them when we have the system group. Still not sure that this is what I want. Okay, so I still need to figure this out. We need to make this actually a pocket card data also for like what needs assigning. I guess actually let's first go design this UI, like what I want it to look like first. I do want a whole new view to do that in. So let's call it, there we go, features, dashboard, components, needs assigning section. Scroll view. I'm not really sure a VStack is the way to go. We'll try HStack first. Sure. Monospace digit. Looks fine. Let's try doing something a little bit different here. Font design, maybe? No, I want font that to be right. Font weight dot head. Oh, what's heavy? No, let's go dot bold. You know what? Let's just do .font .headline here. Give it all the same headline, and then we'll figure it out from there. I don't think we need the font weight changed between there. JK, I also don't think that looked good. Let's put this all back together. And then dot padding. Put some padding around it. I think that's okay. And then let's do rounded rectangle, corner radius. What I've been doing 12. Continuous maybe? Where are the pocket cards? What'd I do? 8. Let's just grab it. And what color should I do here? So we could do I think this is the one I want. Color.red. I don't think red is quite right. Just kind of like, hey, pay attention. It's necessary. Put a warning here, or is that too much? I feel like that's not too much. Like, it'll be fine. Let's not do that. But I do think I do want like a little baby shadow. Shadow too much. Shadow might be too much, actually. I don't know. Let's go put it in. Needs assigning section. I mean, to me, this makes sense. We have to go and do something about it. I know that was not used. It's fine. We'll figure it out. And then it needs a way to actually assign. But this makes it look really clickable, doesn't it? Not that you have to go and assign things. Now, the next thing is if this is greater than 0, if like the needs assigning value is greater than 0, I feel like it should scroll with you as you scroll down the page, right? To me, that makes sense. Let's see if I can make that happen. So fun fact about me, I'm like pretty decent with SwiftUI, but some stuff I don't mind seeing what AI can do, so we're gonna do this. Hey there, can you help me make the needs assigning section sticky when I scroll? It should only be sticky if so instead of We could make a new Pocket card for this. Hold on, I'm trying to think through this real quick. Like, where does my if come from? Like, how do I know what's going to be left? What do I need there to assign? Because I don't know if I made these Pocket groups, Pocket entities, instances, like, actually used. I feel like we could use the amount spent. Well, no. Don't want to use the amount spent, as the amount spent is wrong. I guess we could say, I guess if it's only for the system, but thing of allocated amount, that would make sense. I mean, I still feel like amount spent makes sense, so let me for ready to assign, amount spent is the amount needed actually it's going to be the allocated amount, right? No, sorry. Yeah, amount spent is going to be the amount that needs to be assigned. Does that make sense? I'm just trying to think, and maybe like it actually shouldn't even be an actual Pocket instance. It should. I'm starting to think that this ready to assign is its own just special number that's kept in the budget, and it's just updated every time like income comes in, like an income transaction. But a transaction is always related to a Pocket instance. Sorry, this is like really, I guess the Pocket type is ready to assign. The Pocket definition. Then the amount spent is the amount that needs to be assigned. Yeah, because an amount spent would be negative. Negative for spending for debit and positive for income transactions. Right, so the amount spent will be negative for debit, positive for credit transactions. So this amount spent is the amount that needs to be assigned for ready to assign Pocket. That makes sense. Okay, sorry. Took me a little bit to actually understand this. I think I understand it. Let's go add these notes anywhere I can find them. All right, so then inside dashboard view, we should just grab the Pocket instance for the Pocket system Pocket. System Pocket card data? Does that work? I'm also trying not to make a whole other thing. I think I can do this as a computed property. Oh, I might not be because it's async await stuff. Ugh. All right, so basically I need to get the assigned income value. I guess I could do it in here and kind of do the same type of like pocket. I mean, it is technically a pocket group section. Okay, hold on. Let's take away the preview for right now. Let me see. Like, it makes sense in my head that we're going to follow basically this exact same pattern. Okay, so we have this thing here, budget section, but that's fine. It doesn't real. I mean, it matters, but it doesn't. Where did this one come from? I did that in Pockets. Where is System? Pocket group, default pocket definitions. Oh. Amount to assign, that is the name. Let's just go 1200. Sure. Looks right. All right. So now we have this amount to assign pocket card in here in the pocket group view model. Oh, it's going to go ahead and create its own though. Which, meh. Don't like that I'm doing this, but we're gonna do it anyway. Set up budget service. So if pocket set is empty, then we do this. So this is only, so we'll only get this pocket view data if the pockets itself is empty. So if I give it pocket mocks through here, it shouldn't add to it, basically, which is what I want to do. Okay, so then we can do, yeah, that makes sense in my head. I should probably leave a comment as to why we do this. Where to go? So that's the dashboard view model. Where is the pocket group view model? Only override pockets if it's empty, so that when using in previews, the given pocket is not, pockets are not overridden. This pattern is used in what is it? Needs assigning section .swift. Okay. Great. This is upset now in here because this is wrong. It's upset because it's wrong. System group dot Environment, budget service. Oh, whoops. Pocket view model, group view model from system group. There we go. So that should build it all again, I imagine, fairly well. Great. Awesome. Let's do also. Make sure that's actually in line and push it all the way up. Great. I don't know if actually even doing this is going to be helpful, because we're going to have to know in the scroll view, not inside the needs assigning section, whether or not it needs to be scrollable, right? So I don't think this is actually as helpful as I thought it was going to be. Income needs assigning. Let's just, sure. Get system group info. Let. So do I have something on budget service? Let pocket instance equals so this is going to get me the pocket data, card data for a group ID. I mean, I could get it for the for system group. Let. It's going to be a really roundabout way. I don't think I like it. Okay. Title. Oops, one sec. The dog is throwing a fit, so I'm probably gonna have to pause in just a minute. What did I say this was? I think it's like amount to assign, which is not helpful if it's not right. So hold on. Yes. Okay, so let amount equals if amount is greater than 0, then we want to set dot income needs assigning equals true. Okay, I just want this. I don't care right now that the value, I need the value. I just need to know if the income needs assigning is true. Well, that's not true. Because we could just, I mean, if I'm doing all the work here, there is actually no reason for this to be the case. Right? Like, I don't need this info anymore. No, come back. Whoops. So we can just nix this. And the var assign value string. Oops. That should be enough. And I think because, well, because I want this font weight bold to be different, that should still give me the same look I was going for before. Okay, maybe it didn't. All right, dashboard view. So instead of this assign value, so let's get back into though here, because this view model is actually should do based on if this system group is greater than 0 or not. So I had on Pocket Card data this currency dot format. Where can I get that? So we have this currency dot format. It takes an int. Do I have access? Oh, if I have the system group. Card let system group else return. System group is not set. Yeah. So then we can do just that even. So I have the system group. I should be able to do the assign value equals currency. Are you kidding me? Well, does amount have the currency equals amount? Okay, so actually, oh, Pocket Card data, right? No. So let return. Formatted amount. Was it amount spent? Yeah. Don't need that. First. And this should. Oh, because it's already first. This doesn't make sense. This is just grabbing the first. Where? Bling 0 dot title equals amount to assign. So that amount is equal to, whoops. Amount left. Okay, I think I'm doing this like really weirdly. It's fine right now though. Should be sticky if let and then there should be a sign value. If assign value if is not nil. All right. I need to go take the dog out and stuff. I will come back and see if we can get this like sticky header thing working with AI, so Claude can help me out there. Yeah. So I'll be back. I'm going to step aside for like 5-ish minutes. I'm going to for sure mute my mic this time. And yeah, so I'll see y'all in a couple minutes. All right, I'm back. Let's see what's going on. Sorry, that took a little bit longer. Usually does. All right, so we're gonna use the safe area inset modifier, it looks like, is what Claude's saying here. But only if that's needed. But that's not gonna put it where I want it. But let's just put it here. Let's let it do what it wants first. Do what it wants first. I'm assuming it's not gonna do what I want. Let's find out. I need to make that have something. Hold on. Thorgy, do you want to come in here? Sorry, the dog had to come in here. All right, just lay down, dude. We'll go to bed soon. Probably. Maybe. We'll see what happens. See what happens the rest of the time. Okay, so I need to actually populate these with something. I said I'd do it if they weren't set for the view model, pocket view model. But, you know, that's not what we're doing here. For now, because I'm gonna be lazy. I don't know why this is the number I'm going with right now, but it is. Alright. It's not there at all. Oh, am I not fetching it? Maybe. Probably. Dashboard, view model. Yeah, I'm just not getting it anywhere. Where do we want to get it? Let's get it after we do this. Sure. But it should be there, should it not? Okay, so it would, I mean, there is hello. But I can already tell you this is not what I wanted. I mean, it did go where I wanted it to go, I guess. But why is this not working? What is not being set up right? Oh, where is load pocket group set? Right here. System group info. Oh, because it's okay. That should force it now. And let's clean this up. Instead of calling it here, we'll call it for sure after everything. Like here. When things don't work, always assume it's because you're calling the wrong thing, which is what it was for me. All right, and we can get rid of this text hello. That's almost actually what I had in mind, which is great. Let's, instead of just padding everywhere, then you are able to see everything that you have and need to do. I mean, I think this is actually pretty good. So I feel like need a different icon than like warning here, like a take action icon. What other SF symbol could be used for like take action now type situation? Do I actually have an SF symbols app? I do. That's just easier to look through. Well, I guess warning doesn't mean you have to tap on it. I'm nervous that it makes it look like it's tappable, and I don't have it. I don't want it to be tappable yet. What else would make it not look super duper tappable? Where'd this go? Whoops, here. Here's how it looks with like that. It's probably still gonna look super tappable, but with the grit, with the material in the back, I think that might just be enough of what I need. What's up? Why do you want to leave? I think you're fine. I think you just need to lay down. I might have to call it quits soon because the dog is wanting out, and if I open the door again, I just need to go to bed too. Dude, just lay down. It'll be fine. Alright, let's go. Safe area, inset, dot, top. I just kind of want it to be kind of similar to like what's here so I can actually see. I think the ultra thin is where it's at, actually. All right, he's not sitting down. He's not sitting still. I really think this is probably the last thing we're gonna do. Yeah, I think this is fine because then once I can add data here, we'll see it like play out better and see how this works. What if... Is that what I can do? Looks fine. Okay, cool. And then what if we made this? Maybe foreground style instead of tint. So close to being what I want. What if we, is there like a fill option? Okay, and then what if we brought back the shadow? Things that don't really matter and aren't really going to progress the app too much right now, but I think it's important that it stands out. Okay, I think that's fine for right now. I'm guessing... I really want this to be... No, it's fine. It's a-okay. Let's add this. Let's get rid of assigning section. Not assigning. Let's go into the dashboard view model and undo a lot of these comments that I did. That just kind of like were to make it work, right? So let's get this out. Don't need that. Boom. Alright, that should be all I need there. And it should no longer show, right? Like it's just gonna be hidden. I have housing. I like the idea of these being collapsible. I think I can make these really quickly collapsible. As long as I don't want to like persist the collapsing. Things expanded equals false. So basically, if is let's actually let's see if Claude can pull one more off for me before we call it done. In the header. The header is tapped. Rotate the chevron down with an animation, and the contents of the section should expand down when opened. So when is expanded changes to true. Rotate the chevron down with an animation. Contents of the should expand down. When is expanded changes to false. Rotate the chevron to the right to be pointed to the right with an animation. Contents of the section should expand, should slide up. And fade out with an animation. I think that makes sense to me. Let's see if it makes sense to the AI chat, because just because it makes sense to me does not mean it's gonna make sense to it. Yeah, I'll see you comment soon. That yawn hit hard. But I really want this to work, so we're gonna try this first. We're gonna default to as expanded. Then we add the additional conditioning. So this is going to rotate. Animation in out. Content shape is still a rectangle. This is for the tap gesture. To toggle that. I don't know if this is going to work exactly. I hate when it does this because that's wrong. This is why I can't just let it do what it wants because it's wrong. So that should work. So now if we go into dashboard view, let's see what happens. No. I mean, it's kind of like what I wanted, but it's not exactly. Isn't quite it. I need the cards to not be seen going above the section header. Which this currently does. See, it's because it's moving it, and I don't think it should be moving. Let's see. All right, so we changed the direction to move to the bottom. Open div just to make sure, because I'm sure. Okay, so this creates a clipped. Interesting. That is going to try to change there. Let's try it again. Do I have a quick shot? I don't think so, but that's all right. All right, so if I go up. Nope. That's... With the clipped, it... All right, hold on. I just heard something in the living room. I'll be right back. All right, so there's a couple issues currently happening here. Number one, the clipped messed up my border. And number two, it also, the transition is wrong. When I what? So when I, is inverted now and goes towards the bottom instead of the top. I don't know why it decided to change that. I never said that's what I wanted. You had it right before. I want the cards to slide down from the top when expanding and slide up when collapsing. I'm realizing, like, using the AI stuff, like, I have to be a lot more specific than I'm used to, especially whenever I talk with, like, even whenever I talk, like, human to human, like, I still need to be, I can not be as specific, and, like, people can, like, coworkers can, like, fill in the gaps. But when I'm specific, coworkers can, but with the AI stuff, it tries to fill in the gaps, but it's really wrong most of the time. It tries to fill in the gaps. It's fine. Okay, so basically the chat took it back to what it was before, and now I'm trying to get it, and I was like, okay, but that doesn't fix the issue that I originally said. Like, it's still overlapping really weirdly, which is not what I want. Like, if we look at the food, it, like, goes under and over. Like, that doesn't make sense. I don't think it's gonna do it either. I'm kind of just a little tired of this. So let's do for each 0 ... less than 100. We'll just do 10. And text. Oh, we can actually just do a pocket card. Pocket number int dot random and 0 to 100 int dot random and 0 to 100,000 USD. Enough. Okay, this caused and does not solve the issue of the cards going over or under the header. This also doesn't even look like, this also doesn't even actually look like collapsing or expanding. It just looks like the cards are moving. Let's give it some more info. That should be enough. Okay. Sure. let's see what the scale effect is. No, please don't remove that. And don't do that. Okay. I guess, like, really, I should be able to populate the view model. Oh, I think I can populate the view model in that way. Where is my... Why? Undo. Open diff view. Please don't remove any of this. Okay, let's see. That does not look like collapsing or expanding at all, either. It's just scaling it in place with no movement. How is that right? I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna get it. I don't think it will, but it might. I don't want to use a different container. I need a section due to the header. Like, figure it out with the section. I am curious if this actually solves my issue though, but like, because like what's cool is like I could actually make a section like sticky header also in here, but please do not try and remove the for each or commented out for each. I am using them. Hey Cocotype, thanks for the raid. What's up, Mono? Sup, y'all? How's it going? What is going on? I don't know how much longer I'll be, but I appreciate the raid. Sup. Trying to do a little bit of vibe coding here and see how it's going, but it's not going very well, to be honest. I can already tell you going from this max height to infinity, dot infinity to 0, probably not gonna work well. Also, I don't like that it's trying to delete all of this. But yeah. Am I winning? Kind of. I have somewhat of an animation that is not really looking like collapsing or expanding at all. So, kind of. Let me see if I can actually... I want to try this, but inside here. Because it says, if pockets is empty, then I can do that. So I think... Not going very well doesn't have to be due to vibe coding. Sometimes coding just doesn't go very well no matter how you do it. That's true. That is very true. And to be fair, I don't know if I would have gotten this close to like a... I don't know if I would have gotten this close to a true animation anyway. Like, I like my SwiftUI animations, but I will say the AI is a little bit better at them than I am. Let's accept that. Except for this. So, like, this is something I get kind of frustrated at, is because the traditional or the longest way that you are using environment variables were with key paths, that when I want to pass something in the environment, even though it's not what I want to change at all, it wants to change it, which is a little annoying, but alas, here we are. But yeah, how'd your stream go, Cocotype? So let's just make some mock budgets. So here in this pockets. Let's do var return value. You made some good progress on adding your alternative app icons. Oh, that's nice. I saw that. I saw that you were going to try to do that for your for paid people of Bark, right? Hey, Ralphie Wheezy. Yeah, hello. Thanks for dropping by and chatting. Yeah, I try to do these on Wednesdays, and so far they've been succeeding. Return value. You're watching Coco Type working on alternative icons. Nice. And they came over here. Even better. Yeah, subscriber feature. Yeah, nice. Those are some good ones. I think I will also be doing the same if this app ever ships. I have a habit of not shipping necessarily all the time for in0 dot less than 10. Let new equals that. Oh, let's just make this number so I don't have to change anything else. And then return value dot append new. That should give me new pockets that I can then pass in here. Oh, it needs pocket card data. Why? See, yeah, you're right, Coco Type. It doesn't necessarily need vibe coding. Vibe coding, sometimes coding just is not good, and that's what's happening here. All right, cool. We have it. We have numbers, and it. Let's see. Okay, so this is what I had last time, and this is the exact same thing. Just so basically, it's still overlapping the header when I collapse, and it again still doesn't really look like it's collapsing. It's just literally moving up, which is not what I want. This isn't gonna do it either. Okay. It still looks the same. It still just looks like the items are moving up and fading out. There is nothing that looks like it's actually collapsing. I don't know how to describe collapsing well, which is probably what makes this harder. Let's duplicate this again. Oh, but we can't duplicate it again because it has the same ID. Lame. If I just, it might still get upset, but let's try. And that I think is my issue. Yeah, so you can see it's like fading up. I think you should be able to see it. It's like fading on top of that previous section, and it's not actually like collapsing, which in the dashboard view is even more apparent. That wasn't my original approach. My original approach was never... like, so you can see it go over like everything. Like it's not, it's just moving up, like it's using like a center. I'm like, if the alignment is the issue. No, still not. Oh, that's because of the padding. Take off the padding. All right. So, yeah, so you can see it like goes in on top of each other, and that's what I'm trying to avoid. Open. I don't think the clipped is gonna work. We've played with that before. Don't do that. Just give me this. Scroll view dot content margins. Okay, so actually, this is what I want, but clipped is wrong. So this is looking much better animation-wise. But the clipped modifier is clipping off my borders from at Pocket Card. It's definitely like this is what I was expecting. Like more of the like I don't want to add more padding. Also, like, my issue that I also have with this in a lazy VStack is I actually want this to be a grid at some point. Get rid of that. Accept. This still didn't do it. Oh, is it the content margins actually? .scroll content. I don't think it's the content margins. Oh, it might be. Hold on. It might be the content margins there. It doesn't look like it is. Well, maybe it will. No, it is not. Okay, great. But what is... Why? Why is this happening? Why is it horizontal? Okay, great. So that actually works fairly well. Again, I wanted these to be, though, lazy. Can these just be VStacks? Do they have to be lazy? Cool. I think it's gonna be okay if they're not lazy. There's not gonna be that many. Like, I think performance-wise, it'll be fine. And it's all coming from SwiftData, so it should be okay there too, I think. All right, so the next thing is I wanted to make these bigger, I think. Meh. We'll keep it as headline for right now. It just looks so small. Like the title itself looks small. What does expanded look like? Probably too much, but yeah. Condensed, compressed. What about normal? I think actually the headline font is just wrong for this. Where did my Figma go? Alright, so I think we're probably wanting like a title 3. Because to me, headline is just not big enough to actually look good as that header. Now that it's a little bigger, it'll probably look a little bit better. Or it'll just do nothing. Let me see what it actually looks like where I don't just have a dedicated like 5. It gives me what I need in here. See, and to me that looks a little bit too big. Alright, we'll just keep it title 3 here. It'll be fine. I don't... Alright, I think... Make sure it looks good here, and then I'm gonna commit this, and then I think that'll be it for tonight. Just from a... I still have to work tomorrow. Okay, so that looks great to me. I'm not like the biggest fan of this necessarily still. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Like the styling could be better. Let's try to have some fun here real quick. I'm like, oh, I should be done, but I always want more. That was condensed, right? That should be fine. Let's do... I need to make an extension on date. So where... Why is this referenced up here? I hope it doesn't break everything. I mean, it shouldn't. Fingers crossed, it shouldn't. Where utilities? How is Alex compared to Cursor? Yeah, I like it more for, so for me, I like Alex a lot more for iOS stuff and Swift stuff. The ability to add the Apple docs in, whether it's individual, so like I was doing Swift testing, it comes up with a bunch of different Swift testing things, like the bug trait implementation, or so being able to tag the actual Apple docs for it to get context when I want to do things is really nice. And the way it adds a little bit more prompting to like the Swift stuff is great. But for general like purpose all around like coding, Cursor wins for me. So I currently am running both, which at some point I have to pick one. And if I had to pick one, it'll be Cursor just because it's more generic. But I do like Alex. It's great for this kind of stuff. There are some nuances with it though, like with Cursor, it's very specific. The chat is very specific to the window you have open. Versus Alex is not. It's specific to whatever Xcode project is open at the time. So like the chat itself, if I have multiple projects open like in different windows, the chat itself is going to change. like context on which project it's looking at, versus like I know this chat is always looking inside this specific VS Code project, if that makes sense. Yeah, so I'm not completely sure how I feel about that. That's just one thing that makes it different. And that's what would be weird about it. But yeah, I really like the iOS. I really like it for iOS work. Like, it's been great. Also, the developer who does it, who or one of the lead developers, I don't think he's the only one on the project. Like, super great and super responsive, which is awesome. Like, I was able to hop on a call when I was having an issue, and we got it not squared away, but we got it like a workaround, and then I think they put out a fix for it like today, and that issue happened like yesterday or the day before, which was, again, super awesome. No, it does not require my own API key. So no, it does not. It is, yeah, you can put in your own API keys. So if you go into the settings, let me see real quick. I'm going to make sure I don't give away any secret sauce here that y'all probably based on my name for things. Yeah, so you... There we go. So sorry. Sometimes it comes off. I don't know what goes on. Sometimes it stops. My interface just is weird. So the API keys you can put in, and then, or you can pay $20 a month or something like that to get the, where's codes.app. Okay, $30 a month. They must have raised prices recently. I don't think that's what I'm paying. I could be wrong. Anyway, they do $30 a month. You can get 500 chat messages and access to all of the models, except for like the O3 model. The O3 model costs extra. Like they're the, yeah. Or you can bring your own key for $12 a month, and you get all the code applies and stuff like that. It's cool. I like it. I mean, the prices aren't terrible, and it's speeding me up, so that's been great. So it's doing its job. Yeah, so I hope the developers keep working on it and keep making it better, basically. I have some pain points with it, like I said, about the like multi-project thing, and then also the Swift, working with it in a Swift package, like distributed database, a modular database is a little iffy sometimes. But it, again, still gets the job done. It just gets confused on where to place it sometimes. All right. I was gonna make an extension on date. Import foundation. Date. Related formatting. Let's see. So extension, date. Do you have any apps on the App Store? Yeah, I have one. Couple, actually, apparently. I forget I have more than one. Where are they? Apps. Yeah, so I have this iHog one, which is fun. It's like a open sound controller for the iPad, so you can connect your iPad to like your Hog console and communicate back and forth wirelessly over the Wi-Fi network. And then I have this coffee one that needs to be updated. It hasn't been touched in years now at this point, but I'm too distracted on other projects to go and actually update it. But it basically just quickly lets you log the coffees and when you buy them. Not the greatest design, but that was my first try at like a design that wasn't just strictly like what Apple gave me, which it still falls into for the most part, but yeah. So yeah, these two are on the App Store. They are both free to download, and I think this one is has some type of in-app purchase. iHug runs as a subscription app, as it is a as it costs me a lot of time to keep updated with the new stuff that they come out with. But yeah, so yes, I do. They are great. I mean, they are fun. I mainly like keep this one up to date, and then the other one, and then the other one, and then hopefully this budgeting one comes all the way through and replaces like the coffee one, and I'll take that one down. I probably should just take it down anyway, though. Mono, you were angry at yourself that you were paying the $99 developer fee a few months ago to Apple without an app, and you forgot you had an app? So you had a... Do you have an app currently? Or do you not have an app? Now I'm confused. No, you do have an app, don't you? Or is that like your app through like a different type of thing? A different like type of thing? Like a non-personal app. Yeah, you have an app there. You just forgot about it. Ah, okay. That makes sense. Generate a month. Generate the month for a month only. Generate the month's name from a given date. Month name. Sorry, not func. It should be static func. So should this be like, I like doing this. Calendar equals dot current. Does this even make sense? You actually just launched a game a couple weeks ago, the second version. The second version launched. Sorry, got approved and is live now. Oh, congrats! That's awesome. That's a really big deal. So that is super awesome. Congrats to launching and getting things approved through the App Store. I know that's a feat sometime. Oh, thanks for subscribing on YouTube, Sholto. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it. I'm gonna go. Let's see. No, just open here, please. Word. I'm really terrible at pronouncing words, so we're gonna keep that as that. A head-to-head with the AI and this fast, fun word game. Think quick, smart, vote, create or join the lobby, go head-to-head, answer with a word starting with the given letter. Swipe right if it's the right, left otherwise. Ah, that's cool. That's fun. Nice. That is fun. That's cool. Congrats. The iPhone screenshots are better. Oh, no. Yeah, definitely. They show more. Yeah, so the iPads, if you're not designing for the iPad, like fully for the iPad, the screenshots are weird. But yeah, nice. You definitely get more context with the iPhone screens. That's awesome. Congrats. I will probably download it and see if this app's fun. All right, where are we here? Okay, so I guess I don't need the calendar. Where did I do this? I did something very similar to this, but what project was I in? Hold up. I gotta figure out what project I was in that I did this. Well, that can go away. Trying to figure it out. Was it... This one. Nope, not it. Close that window. Let's try a different one. I know it was a Swift project. Oh man, I don't think it was iHog. I don't think it's this one either. Maybe it was. I don't open. Oh hey. it was the back end for this app. Okay. Let's just, where did cursor go? Bear with me while it's really small. Go away. Date. Whoops, those are tests. Where are tests? I mean, the extensions. Date.swift. Just gonna grab a bunch of these. This still isn't completely what I wanted at the same time. Meh. Still not completely what I wanted, but we'll figure it out. We're talking about apps and notifications to yourself, but will be much more once you finish your website admin panel. Nice. APIalerts.com. We'll check it out. So fun. So neat. Effortless project notification. Send once, deliver everywhere. Nice. This is like really intense, I feel like, with all the API alert stuff, just because you have to like integrate with everything. Like, super nice. Good job, y'all. Okay, so we just need to get this month day here. So these actually aren't. I will need these, but not these. Or the timestamp string. I will need the first and last day of the month at some point. Just don't know when. In date.swift, that gets me the month name. I use it every time you get a new user payment, health check failed, then you send it to your phone, but there is team support, just not available yet. And rather than just push it, we'll have Slack. Nice. Yeah, that's super awesome. You could vibe code the landing page. I mean, landing pages are pretty tried and true at this point. Like the sections and stuff. Like, you could find a good template or something and say, hey, let's follow this. Sure. Generates the full month, the first day of the month. All right. So now I should be able to do here. It shouldn't just be this, but we'll do date.now.month. And we should see June. weight dot black. Well, that's fun. I think that I need to consider not doing any of these weight things, the width things, so I can keep my like everything consistent. Basically, I think would probably be good just design wise, because I am not a designer, so me doing this is a little challenging. All right, I think that's actually it for tonight. I've had some fun. I need to probably call it and head to bed because I have to be awake in about 5.5-ish hours. Let's see who let me see if I can find anyone who's streaming to raid. Since I got raiders, I feel like I should go raid people. Let me find someone. Twitch. Mono, do we know anyone that's streaming right now? I feel like that answer is no, but I never know. No one I'm following is streaming. This person says they are vibe coding. Not any mobile devs. Yeah. Happens. This person says they are vibe coding something. Let's see. They're vibe coding in a grocery store, it looks like, of some kind. Why not? Why not we give them a raid? I'm gonna raid and then leave, though. Because that's gonna be my vibe tonight. I'm not even gonna stay to answer, because I'm in a... Alright, let's figure... It's been so long. Yeah, thanks, Mono. Appreciate it. Let's see. Is this going to work? I've not raided in a while. Oh, no. I can't raid. Wait. Yes, I can. All right. Let's go raid this person. Thanks, y'all, for hanging out. I appreciate it. I will catch y'all next time. Oh. Whoops. All right. Goodbye, YouTube, y'all. Sorry, that was a little awkward. I'm trying to figure out. I won't raid anymore from here on out. I think that's just going to be it. All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Again, I will see y'all on Wednesday. Yeah, I will see y'all on Wednesday. Have a good night. Or next week, Wednesday. Because I think I'll be busy on Sunday. So yes, I will see you next week, Wednesday, and we'll continue building probably a little bit further from where we are tonight. Bye, y'all.